Hello, my name is Ben, and on this YouTube channel I document my own print-on-demand journey. Today I'd like to provide a tutorial about Vexels, how I use Vexels personally, and also compare it a little bit to Canva and Placeit. Because, when you start in print-on-demand or when you use print-on-demand and you don't use necessarily always like the professional tools like Photoshop, because Photoshop, for example, is very expensive, or if you're not very familiar with Adobe Illustrator or Photopea, for example, or the Affinity Designer, for example, then you may want to use some of the design tools which are very simple to use. And three of them are Vexels, Canva, and Placeit. All of these three tools, they have their individual strength, and they offer different things to basically every print-on-demand seller. They also all include mock-up designers as well, and different logo designers and all sorts of things. So it's not just for creating t-shirt designs yourself. So these are very easy to use, all three of them. And as I said, you've got Placeit as well, and Canva, which is this one. Now, very much in the beginning of my print-on-demand journey, I started to use Placeit. I think Placeit was the very first tool that I actually used, and I liked Placeit because they have a lot of mockups, but to be honest, I don't use these mockups that much anymore. I use them for Etsy, but if you use Printful, for example, you don't necessarily need another mockup generator. And to be honest, the logos and the designs, my view is they are not as high quality as you can make them, for example, on Canva or on Vexels. Now, the strength, I think, of Placeit is that they have lots of different videos. So even mock-up videos, and also you can have for your YouTube, if you do, for me, for example, if you have a YouTube channel, you can do all your intros and everything with Placeit. But I don't feel I use Placeit enough, and I may actually cancel my subscription. Now, I actually subscribed for a year, so I probably have to use it until the end of the year, but then I probably will not renew it, because to me it doesn't really provide additional value, compared to Canva. Everything I can do with Placeit, I can do with Canva as well. Maybe just not that much, I think Placeit is a bit more stronger on like the video side of things, but besides that, Canva can do that, and it's so much more easy to use. That's why I like Canva much more. Now, with regards to Vexels, if I'm looking for more high quality designs, I normally use Vexels, and I will show you why this is the case when we scroll through what Vexels offer, and I will also show you the Vexels t-shirt designer. Now let's have a look what Vexels actually offer. So if you scroll down here, this is basically the Vexels start page, yeah? So you can already see, if you scroll down a little bit, this is what they have. So they have a logo maker, which is very new, and we can have a quick look into this. This is what Placeit offer as well. So it's quite good that Vexels now offer that as well, because it's a new feature. Then they have a mockup generator, which I presented on a previous video. So you can also generate t-shirt mockups with Vexels, which is great. Then they have the t-shirt maker, and this is quite unique because you can actually design or create your design on a t-shirt. So not just on a blank page, but you can actually see how it looks on a t-shirt, which I think is very unique. You don't find that on Canva or on Placeit. They also have scalable t-shirt PSD files, and this is amazing because I think you get really high quality designs and you can use them. You obviously have to change the wording and everything, but you can scale them very easily with the press of a button. Then you get t-shirts that are ready to use, different, not just t-shirt mockups, but also just mockups for your mugs, for example. Then you can also have you have book covers that you can use for KDP, which is good, which also Canva and Placeit don't offer. So here you can actually get book covers and vectors, which is vectors and SVG. So this is actually, I think, where, as far as I know, where Vexels started. So they actually started as a company that sold vectors, and then over time, because they became so popular, they basically grew into this wider print on demand. I don't know what the right word is, but design, creator studio, I would call it, where you can make logos, mock-ups, t-shirts, and everything yourself. So this is basically what they offer. And then when we scroll down further here, you can already get an idea of how the designs look like that they have and that you can use, that you can scale. You can see here they also always generate t-shirts, basically that are print ready, as you can see here, so you can use them for merch. But also you can scale them, you can use them, you can change them. And I think they look pretty good, and they also generally follow trends as well. So whenever something is popular, for example, this retired 2021, these rank quite high on Amazon Merch, for example. They normally offer them as well, and you can download them, you can change them, you can use them if you subscribe to Vexels. So what we can do, you can scroll up and then you can go to discover here, or maybe we'll have a look at pricing first, so you get an idea what it costs. So yeah, you have the choice between monthly and annual. So these are euro prices at the moment. So depending on where you live, you need to change this to British pounds or US dollars. Now, these are the annual prices now, where they generally give you 25% discount. Now, if you want to sell on print on demand, you need to go at least for the merch license or merch subscription, which is 18 euros a month, which is a bit more expensive than Canva. But what you get is you get additional design requests, which is what I like, which is what I've used as well in the past. So you can actually ask them to create designs for you, and you get access to them first before everybody else. I think they give it to you, and then you have, I think, 4 weeks to use it before they actually publish this on their website for everybody else. Then you get it specifically for print on demand, this license, so you can definitely use the graphics. As you can see here, graphics can be used as main image, which is important. Yeah, you also get access to the online mockup maker, the online t-shirt maker. You get 200 downloads a month, up to 1,000 prints per design, and then you get these exclusive mockups as well. Now, 25% discount you get if you follow the link in the description. You actually come to my landing page, and here you get 35% discount. Now, if you don't know if you want to subscribe or not, but even if you don't, what they've actually offered here on my landing page is some free sunset designs that you can download. It doesn't matter if you subscribe or not, you can just download them, you can use them in your print on demand. So feel free just to check this out. It doesn't matter if you subscribe or not. As I said, just click on the link, you can download them, you can use it in your print on demand. And this is just a free giveaway that they basically offered. I asked them if there's something they can offer, and they agreed to, basically put these on my landing page, which is, I think, a nice gimmick for you to download. Even if you're not interested in using Vexels, you can use them somewhere else. What I wanted to show you, there are 3 things. Basically, we'll have a quick look on these PSD t-shirts here. So you get a better idea of actually what the designs look like. And there was a previous video I did where I actually downloaded some of them and then used Photoshop to scale them. I think you don't necessarily need to use Photoshop. There are there's other free software that you can use to use PSD files as well. But what it is, you can basically download these files, and then you can, within these files, they have different texts and shapes that you can just change over. You can change the color, obviously, and you can change the text. So let's say you like, for example, doesn't matter, you like this design, right? And then you can also already see some examples here. And you can download it, you can change it, you can change your text and everything. So this is why they call it scalable t-shirt designs, because they're editable and you can use them. And I think the designs look really good. If we scroll down further here, they've got a lot of these vintage retro designs as well. And some designs which, if you were doing them from scratch, would really take a long time to make. And if you don't have any design skills or only minimal design skills, they would be quite hard for you to create. So this is quite handy. Now let's have a look at their book covers as well, which I always like because I sell on KDP as well. So they've got these book cover designs that you can download and then, for example, upload again into Affinity Designer or anywhere, or even into Canva, and then you can change them. And but if it is AI format, so probably you would your best choice would be Adobe Illustrator or any software which can use the AI format. So for example, if you do a drag and coloring book, You can download it, you can change it a little bit, and then you can use it, which is really great because if you're not great at designing covers, you can definitely use these. And I like them a lot. I've downloaded some, I've used some, and also generated actually quite a few sales already, even though I haven't really focused that much on coloring books, but I've made a few sales also using these book covers. And you know that my KDP sales actually have doubled every month since I started. Obviously, it's still quite low. I'm only around 10 or 15 sales per month at the moment, but I'm only really 3 to 4 months in. So this is really positive. So I like that, and I will use it even more in the future. Now, then you can even go and download some PNG files here, which then again you can use pretty much anywhere. Yeah, so in any designer that you like, even also here obviously in Vexels as well. And then I've got logos, icons, editable files as well, as you can see here. So it's really good for anyone who, you know, if you can use the stuff as it is. You can use their t-shirt designer, or if you have design skills, you can change them, you know, and edit them. Now let's have a look at their. I won't show the maybe just briefly the mockup generator, but actually I showed that in a previous video. So I really like that one because you can just upload your image, and then you can yeah, select the different mockups here. You can change the color, you can change the size of the image on the t-shirt, and they look quite good as well. Now let's go to the t-shirt maker, which is, I think, the most unique element here on Vexels compared to Placeit or Canva. So as you can see here, you can select the type of yeah, t-shirt you want to, or even a hoodie you want to create it on, so that you get a better idea of how it looks. But let's just maybe choose the basic shirt. Then you can select the background color. I rarely use just black. I normally try to select something which is a bit brighter, like a gray or a dark gray. You can even select the background here, which I really like. And then you could even take a screenshot from that if you want to. So, however, just leave it as that. And then what you can do, they have these. So first of all, you could upload your own images, yeah. So if you have any images already downloaded from somewhere else, you know, maybe from Creative Fabrica, or if you have created something somewhere else and you just want to use it, then by all means upload it here and you can use it. But they also have their own templates, which I think look really good. So you get some great ideas from these. And I made actually quite a few saves with this one here. Obviously, I haven't used it as it is, but I really like this one. And what you can do, you can change the, you can obviously change the text and everything. So you can click on the text, you know, you can change the font. And it is quite easy to use. What I like here is that you can quite easily click on horizontally align or vertically align if you click on a certain element. I really like that. And then you can also, you know, add text and change the font easily. So for example, here, this is the font. We click on the font, and then you can change. They've got a wide yeah, range of different fonts, for example. Obviously, you need to check which one works for you, which one works with the design. You can easily scale this as well. Very simple to use. Make it larger, make it smaller. If you want to work on the text first, you can just move this out of the way, for example, which I like as well, because, for example, on Canva, obviously what you can see here on the shirt is your whole blank page on Canva. So you don't really have space left and right. And I really like this to organize. If I have a few images or graphics that I use on this design, then I normally sort them here left and right. And then I put it together as I like it. But on Canva, it doesn't always work because you don't have that much space. You create on the blank page and you don't create on the t-shirt, and you don't really have space available left and right. Now, another thing that I really like here is that you can, which doesn't work on Placeit, for example, you can send the image, for example, to the back. So there are different layers, and that doesn't work on Placeit. And it is something that is desperately needed, I think, on Placeit to make the tool much more user-friendly, because you get to your limits quite quickly on Placeit, because you cannot change, for example, the different layers. You can't move something behind the text easily. unless you know how it works. I don't know how it works. I tried it and I did some research, never found out how it works. Okay, and then I would like to show you these different text shapes, which is something else which I really like, because the other tools don't really offer that. I mean, you can get these text effects on Canva that I showed you in another video, like the wave effect, but it's a bit more complicated to create. So here you can easily create these shapes, which they call warp down, arc warp, arc upper, arch, low arch, and they are quite unique. You know, you can't easily create them on, for example, Placeit or Canva. So for example, this one, which works really good if you have, because for example on Canva, all you can do on Canva is doing something like the arc warp. And you can do that here as well, obviously. But what you cannot do on Canva, but which really looks good on many t-shirt designs, is something like the arc lower, you know, or the arc upper. They call it arch, fish, flag, you know, these kind of designs here, the text effects, which allow you really in a really nice way to position some graphics here. And it's very hard to do that on Canva, I think. I mean, it's probably possible, but for example, I haven't figured out how you can do this one, for example, yeah. And I like this, for example, at the top of the shirt, and then you can use, for example, this arc lower at the lower end of the shirt design, and this creates really nice design, I think, yeah. And again, some of these templates look really, really nice, and you can, you know, you can just use them and change them, and it allows you to create designs easily. Now that's similar, obviously, to Placeit, where you also have lots of templates, but again, with Placeit, you're a bit more limited in terms of what you can actually do with the design. And then also I like the fonts that they have to offer. So these, because in their templates, they generally combine fonts, yeah, as you can see here. So oftentimes they combine fonts with each other. And for example, this one is great to scale, by the way. You could say, yeah, you can change obviously the month, and then you can change also dads to mums or the best friends or whatever. And I like how they combine the fonts, and you get, by checking their designs out, you get really good ideas of which fonts work well with each other. So this one, for example, and I showed that in another video, I think. This looks very similar to the fonts that I presented in one of my previous videos, the monotone font, and I think that is the, how do they call that? Yeah, Master of Break. And I show that actually in Canva, but this shows how they combine them, and they work really well with each other. But they've got lots of examples here. And when you have these designs and when you change them, you can actually save them as a template here in Vexels, and you can always use it and change it again, you know, and download it. And the last thing that I want to mention here is, if you download your own design, you actually get a license, and you don't get that on any other platform, I think. You don't get it on Placeit or on Canva. You get a license. So it's a PDF document which describes the design and describes you as owner of that design. So should your design, for example, be rejected on a platform like Spreadshirt, for example, you can just send them this design certificate, and it then proves, or the license, and then it proves that you are the owner and you have all the rights to use it, which is really convenient. And it helped me out a few times actually, and after that, when they blocked one of my designs, I actually got it approved and released. So that was fantastic. And this is everything I wanted to show you today. I think it's a really good tool to use. If you are interested in using it, by all means, check the link out in the description. And as I said, you get, even if you don't subscribe, you get this retro sunset bundle that you can use. And I always mention it in my videos that these backgrounds here, not necessarily only these, but generally like the retro backgrounds, they look really good on all sorts of designs. And I've sold quite a lot actually. A lot of the shirts that I sell, they have a vintage or retro sunset background. They look really good, and also they rank normally quite high on Amazon merch. So many of the designs that actually sell on merch they have these retro sunsets as background. So a free giveaway, and also you get a 35% discount on this page if you follow the link in the description, which is more than you would get on the if you just go straight to the Vexels homepage. So hopefully you liked the video. If you did, then please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on my print on demand journey, then subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!